Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Kwadash. Double honors to the elect, apostle, bishops, elders, and great millstone. Shalom to elect Akia out there doing his work in sincerity and truth, and not for vainglory, in season out of season. And shalom to the elect, men, women, sons, and daughters of the nation of Israel. Okay, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of you. You have, the Deacons of Destruction, Haka and them guys, you know what I'm saying, the Genesis guys, that was once a part of Great Millstone, but now they're doing their own thing. It was with Sakari, under the tutelage of Alazar of the Sakari. It came out of GMS, Great Millstone. They separated from him, and now they're bringing up the whole, grape thing, and it's just, the apostles have been through this before, when Brother Polite, as he called himself, right? He went to the apostles back there on 34th Street, and he was going, and the apostles going through him with the whole grape thing. And, the apostles broke it down to him, right? The Apostle Tahar, and Apostle Kabar, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Ramlab, they broke it down to him. And, he made up a lie that we grape 9-year-old girls and all that. Come to find out, he graped a young woman, okay? I'll call her a young woman because, she wasn't 9, 10 years old, I think she was like, 15, 16 maybe. And he's doing time for it, but Brother Polite, he's doing time for it now. But, they're bringing it back up, and I just want to go through one scripture on it, okay? Maybe two. Let's read it. This is Numbers, the 31st chapter and the 18th verse. Okay. Let me see. I'll start at the 17th verse. It says, "Now therefore kill every male among the little ones." So this is war. This is war, man. This what happens in war. Okay. Same thing the so-called white man did to us. I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the nation of Israel. So Moses told them to kill every male among the little ones. So those little kids being put to death, right? Okay. And kill every woman that hath known man by lying with her. So kill every woman that had husbands, okay? Because if they had a husband, of course, they were having sex with each other. That's why it says, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with her, right? So lying with her is having sex, okay? So this is war, I believe these were the, let me see. Yeah, they are Midianites. Yeah. And let's go to the 9th verse. And all the children of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, took all the women of Midian captives and their little ones, children basically, and took the spoil of all their cattle and all their flocks. All right. Yeah, let me turn this off for right now. Okay. All right. You know, and took the spoil of their cattle and all their flocks and all their goods. Okay. And they burnt all their cities wherein they dwelt and all their goodly cattle with fire. Excuse me, goodly castles with fire. All right. Castles with fire. All right. You know, and they took all the spoil and all the prey, both of men and of beast. And they brought the captives, slaves, and the prey and the spoil unto Moses and Eleazar the priests, and unto the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the camp at the plains of Moab, which are by Jordan near Jericho. Okay? You know, so this is a war situation. All right? You know, this is war. You know, so when you conquer another nation that's not your people, that's what you do. You know, you take all its spoils, you know, whatever gold and silver they have, riches they have, you know, and you take it, you know, and you take the people slaves as slaves. Okay. All right. But there were specific laws for the nation of Israel. Okay. That we had to abide by. All right. Then it's going to go into it. The 17th chapter. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones. Right. Just like the so-called white man did to our people. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites. You know, because the males, the little male children, they could grow up to be your enemy, right? Okay. All right. Because you killed their fathers and their mothers, right? Okay. So it says, now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. Read that again. And kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. It says, but all the woman children, wait a minute now, now here it is, the Genesis group, the Deacons of Destruction, right? They're lying and saying that, a 12-year-old woman, a 12-year-old, I'll say that, is a little child. But wait a minute, this is what the scriptures are saying. Okay? This is what the scriptures are saying. It says, but all the woman children, it says woman children, by the way. Woman children. Why would they take the woman children? Why would Moses, being a righteous man of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, tell the congregation of Israel, to the men of the congregation of Israel, to take women children? But yet they call them 12-year-olds, females, children, But it's right here in the Bible. It says, but all the woman children that have not known a man by lying with him, meaning they didn't have sex. Okay, I'm saying, like the Apostle Tahar said in that video way back then with when Brother Polite came. I think Sarnetta was there too. He said a virgin. He said it as Bathwala. That's a woman that's never had sex with a man. Okay, so that's in the Hebrew, Bathwala, a woman that's never had sex with a man. I think he said about Mary. She said she was a virgin. I think the Hebrew word there is ayalam, which means a young woman of marriageable age. Okay, but Bathwala is a woman who's never had sex with a man. It said, but all the woman children that have not known men by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. So, I mean, what does that mean, though? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what does that mean? So if they were at the age where they were women, now set little children here, if they was at the age of a woman, the men was to keep them for themselves to what? Have sex with them, man. And that's and that's meat scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Like the Apostle Tahar said years ago, when this whole rape thing came out, when so-called Brother Polite, and he said we were raping 9-year-old girls and all that madness, speaking those lies, right, against the apostles, bishop, elders, and brothers against Great Millstone. He wound up sleeping with a young girl. I believe she was 15, 16, or whatever the situation is. And he's locked up in jail right now, doing time. For raping her. Excuse me, for graping her. So, the same thing that he put on the Apostles of Great Millstone, the lie that he told on the Apostles of Great Millstone is he wound up getting locked up, okay, for graping, which the Deacons of Destruction, the Genesis dudes, you know what I'm saying? He wound up getting locked up for that, But ain't nobody in Great Millstone got locked up for that. Okay. All right. And here's why. Here's one of the reasons why. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 23rd chapter. Okay. 1 Corinthians, excuse me, not the 23rd chapter, my bad. 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter and the 23rd verse. Okay. All things are lawful for me. Yeah, because it's lawful for you to usually, I'm saying, like the Apostle Tahar said, when women get into their puberty, all right, when they have their period, that means she's a woman. That means she can bear sons and daughters, right? So is a male. Okay. When he has sperm in his testicles, okay, around the age of 12, just like a woman. Some women may get it earlier. Maybe they may get it around 11 years old, right? Because, look, man, we in America, all kind of ailments and hormones in the food. And I mean, it's just, it's just a lot of things, man, But usually women get it around 12 years old, okay? All right. Usually. Okay. It means if she has a period, it means she has eggs in her womb, right? And that's she gets a period for the eggs that's not used, that's in her womb. The eggs are flushed out of her body, okay? Through her period, through her monthly, okay? All right. So that's usually the age. Is I mean, some women can get it probably later on, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because like, look, we all sick in this damn place, okay? We all sick under Esau's rulership, okay? Because number one, we under the curses, and number two, Esau got all the chemicals and the hormones in the food, and I mean, you understand what I'm saying? So it says all things are lawful. So it's lawful when a woman gets her monthly, her cycle, her period, however you want to call it, then she's ready to bear sons and daughters. She's ready to have children. She's ready for a man to lie with her and have children, sons and daughters, right? Okay. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. So it says all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. So, I mean, which, Deacons of Destruction, he did say that they're not saying doing it now, but they're teaching it. Well, because it's in the scriptures, bro. It's in the Bible. Now, if you have a problem with a woman getting her period, that signifies that she's a woman, G. That signifies that she's a woman. Because the whole process of the period is getting the eggs out of her body, man. That's not used. Okay? That's why women bleed every month, okay? All right? That signifies when she gets her first monthly, if you have a daughter, right? Or if you have daughters, all right, and she get her first period, that signifies that she's a woman. And she usually gets around the age of 12, So in the ancient world, men got young women, as I read in Numbers, the 31st chapter, and the 18th verse. And in the kingdom of heaven, in the kingdom, when Israelites, men, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, you're the Israelite man. And you have your Israelite wives. When they at the age of 12, when they get their period, hey, well, now, we're going to get them young, man. But that's meat. And a lot of guys can't deal with meat because they're in their emotions. Okay? Like the Apostle Tahar said, they're in their emotions. Okay? And they're emotional about it. Not looking at it spiritually, but they're looking at it on an emotional tip. All right? So I just want to, that's why we don't do that. We don't, the brothers of Great Millstone, GMS, we don't go around doing that, man. Because Esau, which is a so-called white man, he'll put you under the jail, and then you go, so this is what it is. In the ancient world, we did it. In the kingdom, we're going to get them young too. We're going to get them at the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I remember Al-Azhar, right? Which his group is named Sakari. Right? His Israelite camp, his name's Sakari. But Al-Azhar, he was going into the whole grape thing. And, it was like he was saying at the age of 17 and all that she's a woman, you can get married to a woman. But see, with Esau, which is a so-called white man, everything changes, man. Because back here when Esau came over here to America, and they had their Edomite sons and daughters, they dealt with them at the age of 12, 13, 14, 15. I remember, when I was younger, hell, some states you can get married at the age of 15. See, but he's always changing it up, so-called white man, which is Esau and Edom, he's always changing the age of consent, He's always changing it. But when he first got over here, yeah, he was dealing, they were marrying young, and they wasn't considered little girls, they were considered women because why? She had a period. She had a monthly cycle, and that was the right way to do, but then he'll take the age up a couple of years, and then take the age up another couple of years, and take up the age up a couple of another years, but Esau was on point with that, because they was dealing with, they were marrying women young back then, okay? And so were we. So was the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans. That's just a Western way of thinking. That's a Western mindset. Why? Because we've been brainwashed by the so-called white man. So I hope you've been edified. And with that, shalom.